Hi guys, one of my last videos I was talking about the mud flood, and today I saw this flood of mud, coming out of this mine at Mount Pali. So that's what happens when it's a huge flood and it carries out all this mud and sand. So I guess you've already seen this one. So it's in a not that long ago that it happened, but you see the circumstances and they're awful. Just imagine those things coming out of some river and going into your town. You're gonna see some muddy streets, and the first floors and maybe even to the second floor, you're gonna have all this mud, which is pretty hard to clean out. So a person can get stuck, a dog can get stuck, a car can get stuck in this mud, and there's no way you can get out without no professional help, without excavating you from this mud. And see, it's almost crazy, So let's see, and I've seen some other one today about this topic. I'm not going to talk about that. I was going to talk about Lake Landa, and guess where this picture was taken? It looks like this guy is fishing somewhere. Guess where it was taken? It was taken in USA. No. Alaska. No. Where is it? It was taken in Antarctics. The ANTarctics. This is that lake I was talking about 2 hangouts ago. This is Lake Banda. It's a pretty strange place because it actually never freezes. If you just imagine the Antarctics, it's one huge frozen continent. That's what they tell us. But actually, it has some places where you can see this kind of picture. Okay? And it's located near the Olympus Range and the Asgard Range. The Asgard Range, I guess this word is familiar to you. Asgard was the guy who first did the No Forests texts. So he was an author of those No Forests, which was used by that guy who actually made the video. So, but Asgard is the word which has an ancient history. It is the capital of gods of the Nordic nations, like Vikings and stuff like that. So, but if you dig a little deeper in that Asgard definition, you're gonna find a lot more interesting information that actually comes out of Russia. And but we're gonna talk about this maybe next time. If you ask me questions and give me like 100 likes on this video, I'm gonna make a video about the Asgard, the real Asgard. And okay, so the Olympus Range and the Asgard Range is located near the shore of these Antarctics, and it looks like this from the sky. So it's pretty dry and warm place, because the rest of Antarctica is about pretty cold, and you can find that information in Wikipedia, but only this place and some other places are always warm and never freezing. So that's where it's located. You see, this is tiny piece of Antarctica. Okay, that's how it looks in 3D. So it's pretty defended from those awful winds that Antarctica has, and you see there's a pretty huge territory in the valleys of those mountains, and they look kinda circularized or something like that, or pretty round, and it's all messed up. You see, those mountains are pretty, random in the height. Okay, well, this is a picture from the Lake Vanda, and maybe it's near that place, but see, this pretty warm over there. That's how it looks from the aerial photography. Okay, and this is written in Russian, but I'm actually gonna try to translate it to you. This is about the dry valleys. So that area was called the dry valleys, and it's a territory of 3 valley oases: the Victoria one, Wright, and Taylor. So it's located to the west of the McMurdo. So it's one of the hugest. So it's the hugest. So it's definitely not the one. So it's the hugest area in Antarctica, about the 8,000 square kilometers. 8,000 square kilometers. Just imagine how huge it is. 8,000 square kilometers. That is not covered with ice. So the katabatic winds, I don't know what this word means, but it's katabatic. They reach the speed of up to 320 kilometers per hour. It's the hugest wind speed on Earth, and they cause the evaporation of all liquid on this area, all water. Okay, so and all the moisture, I guess that's the correct one. So thanks to not thanks so that's why valleys are practically free of the ice and the snow during the last 8 million years. How did they calculate that? I guess that's a pretty stupid to say this, but they just said it. So which does it to be geologically and other scientific research approvable area. So it's a pretty good area to do those researches. So those tests and examinations and whatever on Arctic. So depending on the Treaty of Antarctic, those dry valleys, McMurdo, were listed as the most guarded territories. So they are just protected, by everybody. And those dry valleys is the most dry place on Earth, But some areas of dry valleys never saw a rain for the last 2 million years. Just imagine how stupid was it to say like this, but they did. Okay, those are dry valleys, you know. That's how they look. Okay, just the deserts in Antarctics. It's the desert. They just don't say this word, but it is the desert. And this is pretty nice picture showing that it might have been a mine. See those parallel circular lines like terraces, some stuff like that, maybe, but maybe not. But that's not my point today. Okay, there's another one. And it's another one. So it's a small lake and it's frozen. Maybe it's not the Vanda one, but it's definitely the lake. And you see those campings, or maybe camps of those researchers and stuff like that. And that's how the sand in Antarctica looks. Look, it's just like in a regular desert. Maybe it's a little bit more darker than in Sakura, but still we don't know what the photo camera options were when they made those pictures. So that's how it looks. It looks completely as a desert. Okay, but we have those rocks everywhere. It looks pretty strange, but we cannot see what is it. Like maybe those are blocks of some buildings or something, but still, it's pretty hard to guess. And there's another picture. Okay, this one I took because I'm showing this because it also shows the elevation, and you can see it's pretty tall mountains. Okay, there's another one. Look at this. It's a whole bunch of difference on those bottom layers. So this may be dirt or something like that, and these are the actual rocks, but we cannot say from here. Okay, that's another picture of this area, but it looks kind of like an ex-mine or something like that. And this is a glacier which is moving toward this area from the Antarctic, so it's like going between the mountains, but it doesn't have enough pressure to reach actually and cover all the area with this glacier stuff and ice. So they say it doesn't have any pressure to push through these mountains, but I don't believe it. I think it's just pretty warm, and so it actually dries out from all it if it moves, because it has so many winds and stuff like that, and which is pretty speedy winds because they are the fastest winds in this planet, as they say. Okay, and this is a river. It's coming out of this glacier, and it's going towards the lake Vanda. It flows right into this lake, but sometimes when it's too dry, it never reaches it because it's drying on the way to it. Sometimes it's pretty flooded, and you can even draft I don't know how to, like a little boats or something like that, and you can just draft to the lake. That's how it looks from the area. And guess what? The length of this river is up to 30 kilometers. So it's like 22 miles or something like that. So it's a pretty long one. And it's the longest in this Antarctica region. And this is probably the terracones of those mining processes that we found in these dry valleys. And sometimes those terracones are called the volcanoes because they explode and erupt, as they say. So look at this. The volcanoes types of and terracones, but they say just volcanoes, and that's how they look when they blow up. And this is what they show in the tourists in those cruise liners. So they pass around those areas and show them, oh look guys, there's a volcano, look to the left. And that's how it looks from the sky. So it's like, for me it looks like an explosion or something like that, but still we cannot see from pretty clear. That's how some volcanoes in Antarctics, just there's a bunch of them actually. But they might be terracones which blew up because those toxic and radioactive amounts of trash and byproducts and melting inside those terracones, and they just blow up and blow this volcano top. So today we talked about the Antarctics, which is not pretty clear to most of you guys that it has rivers, it has lakes, which never freezes, and it actually has a temperature of plus 23 degrees in the bottom of those lakes, so it's a pretty volcanic area. So I guess you can even live in Antarctics if you use that geothermal energy and produce it like the Iceland guys. So that's my point. So Antarctics is not that simple as we think. So I guess the flat earth theory will clear things up, and finally we're gonna know more about that ice wall and the Antarctics, which are covering our flat earth. Okay, so I'm looking forward for your comments and questions. Put some likes so our people can see this video, and it's gonna be arranged by the search system if you share and give me likes. So, and subscribe if you want some more videos from me, and just go ahead and ask whatever you want about the videos I've made already, and tell me what you want to know, and I'll just make a video on that one. So goodbye everybody.